All discrimination based on ethnic or national origin or any other that violates human dignity and is intended to nullify or undermine the rights and freedoms of individuals is prohibited. This is what Article 1 of the Mexican Constitution states.
Check out this article. In our country, there are millions of people who suffer discrimination just for belonging to indigenous groups. People who have a unique cultural richness, but who are marginalized, made invisible, and excluded from modern life.
In Mexico, why do we only accept indigenous people as museum pieces? Why do we recognize them as part of our present and of our current society? What can we do to change that? Most of the indigenous people we see live in a modern context. They are not folkloric groups. Nevertheless, it is outrageous that today, hundreds of years after the colony, racism prevails in our country.
There is a lot of diversity on the streets, but the indigenous people who come looking for a better life suffer constant discrimination. They face huge problems. Many do not have access to basic health services, lack recognition of their identity, and are systematically denied the opportunities they so rarely deserve. It's unfair because in the museum, they taught us that these human groups are a vital part of our culture and our present. In Mexico City alone, there are 900,000 indigenous people living on the streets. We hope to avoid more violence like it's happened before. We want peace for all and to become true friends. Let's pay attention and appreciate the indigenous peoples for what they are, an integral part of our country and our future. Mexico is one of the main mega-diverse countries in the world. Thousands of different species converge here, and it's home to 12% of the Earth's biodiversity. Our history is awesome too, with a wide variety of ethnic and indigenous populations that make multiculturalism special. This heritage makes us unique. Their proud customs and traditions are rich in colors and flavors, which can be appreciated in galleries but not on the streets. The museum houses the most important archaeological and ethnographic collections in Mexico, which attest our history by recognizing many ethnic groups. Through artwork and other cultural manifestations, it explains how indigenous peoples have developed in adverse conditions. For example, since 1940, indigenous migration increased dramatically as these groups arrived to the cities, working in a wide array of jobs at construction sites, factories, homes, and as street vendors. All this translated into an improvement in the general standard of living, but also prevented them from accessing the education they long for.
That's why I love my school. It makes us realize we are all the same. We must not consider indigenous cultures as something from the past, which can only be studied in museums, but rather as a living part of our present selves. Why is it so hard for us Mexicans to accept and respect them as they are? I just don't get it.
It's amazing to learn from Eloísa, who until recently didn't speak Spanish at all. Today, she teaches us awesome things about the Mije. The Mije region is located in the northeast of the state of Oaxaca. Actually, they call themselves Ayucay, and the language they speak is Ayuk, which is the name by which the group has been historically known, meaning people of the flowery language. How cool is that? We can learn a lot from our origins. The indigenous peoples have taught us invaluable lessons. The importance of family, support, solidarity, cooperation, and peaceful coexistence. Loyalty, and cordiality. Always remembering the value of keeping one's word. Let's do like them, who respect the planet and our people of honor.
In the end, we are all children. We just want to have fun forever by exchanging roots, while nurturing ourselves from diversity as part of the same society. Let's respect everyone and everything. Let's foster a single culture, the culture of peace, to imagine a better world.